Friday the 13th Part 3. Released in 1982 and directed by Steve Miner, and starring Dana Kimmell, Paul Kratka, and Richard Brooker as Jason Voorhees. Set directly after the events of Friday the 13th Part 2, the plot follows a group of friends who go on a trip at a house near Crystal Lake, where a wounded Jason Voorhees has taken refuge until re-emerging for another killing spree. This third installment in the series is a bit of a mixed bag for me. On one hand, I really enjoy the last half of this film where it's Chris versus Jason, but I do feel that this film suffers from a lot of pacing issues. Now, that's not to say that I don't enjoy this film. I very much do, but I do feel that it is weaker than the first two films. Now, this film is not only notable because Jason finally gets his iconic hockey mask, but it's also the only film in the franchise that's in 3D. I have not watched this film in 3D, so I'm not going to be reviewing that aspect, but let's go ahead and get into some of the things that I liked about Friday the 13th Part 3. First of all, the kills are way better than Part 2, especially the spear gun through the eye, the one dude getting cut in half by Jason while he's doing a handstand, and although the effect is outdated and always makes me laugh, the head crush scene where the dude's eyeball pops out is still a lot of fun. The disco theme song is dope as hell. I love it. I can't help but dance to it every single time I watch this movie. But ultimately, what I love about this film is the last half. Chris proves herself as one of the top tier final girls in the Friday the 13th franchise. Chris single-handedly stabbed, hung, and slammed an axe into Jason's head. If that's not badass, I don't know what is. As for the cons, the biggest issues I have with this film is the pacing and the characters. Now, just so we're clear, I'm a huge Friday the 13th fan. I don't expect there to be these three-dimensional characters in these films, but I do expect them to have a little bit of depth and something interesting about them. But unfortunately, these characters don't really have a whole lot going on for them. The only character who's really fleshed out is Shelly, but unfortunately he is killed off and Jason is able to get his iconic hockey mask. And as much as Chris kicks ass in that final act, her character just isn't very interesting. Now, that's not to say that I don't like the cast. I feel like they did the best they could with what they had. So with that said, I'm going to give Friday the 13th Part 3 an add to the collection. Despite the issues I have with this movie, it's still a ton of fun, has much better kills and gore effects than the previous film. We finally got Jason and his iconic hockey mask, and there's a great final act. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to support the channel even more, get your name in the opening credits as well as some other cool perks, become a Patreon today. Link is down in the description below. Thank you so much for coming by, and I'll see you guys on the next video.
Hey, now cut that out right now. That's not funny.